Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome.
Report has it that Olori Naomi has, told the Ooni of Ife that she would never ever step her, feet into the palace of the Ooni of Ife again if Kabiyesi does not allow his Olori, pay for all the crime that they have committed against her. Some people may want to begin to say that why would Queen Naomi say that being a child of God? But let me tell you something. They say that if, a snake does not use its venom, little children will use that snake to tie firewood, thinking it is a rope. These women have done too much to Olori Naomi. If all the information we continue to hear is the truth, they have dishonored her so much. And to know that everything they have always done or ever done to Olori Naomi, they have gone scot-free is very painful. It's painful because it has gotten to a point where a lot of people are saying, what else can they do again? It does seem as if they are going scot-free for everything. But one thing again that we need to understand is that it's not as if people don't know what is going on. Ooni of Ife is trying to protect his own image. They said when Queen Naomi heard the troubling news that, Ooni of Ife was still trying to protect the Oloris, they say her heart tightened. It wasn't just any other palace rumor. He said it was real, the Ooni of Ife, okay? They said he has been moving behind the scenes, to try and protect, these Oloris, okay? Now, Nami felt really bad from what we are hearing. The same women who had relentlessly mocked Olori Naomi, ridiculed her, and schemed against her. The same Oloris whose wickedness had driven her away from the palace, away from the throne that once celebrated her purity, her grace. So what do you expect her to do? They said she was really, really feeling bad. Nami has endured enough in silence that people may never ever be able to know. You know that some of the things that our kinds are saying here are some of the things that I escape that are escaping, okay? It's not everything that happens there that we get to know. For years now, Queen Naomi bore the insult with royal dignity, hiding her pain behind graceful smiles. But hearing that the Oni, is now trying to intervene with the Odua Traditional Court and the Council of Elders, pleading for mercy on behalf of these Oloris, they said it really, really broke her heart again. That Kabiyesi is forgoing everything that she has gone through. We are all aware of what happened last year. Nami went through so much that she had to spend Christmas. She spent Christmas and New Year in detention. Okay, we are not saying the accident was caused or that incident was caused by them, but we are saying, well, we don't even know. What do we know? What do I know? Okay, but we do know that from what people are saying, that is, if the information is true, that they also masterminded the fact that Nami was, locked up for Christmas and New Year. Now, without waiting for protocol, we heard that Queen Naomi sent her message. Her voice was steady, but the fire behind it was undeniable. I'll never step into your palace again unless justice is served. Your wives can't continue to go free. They said that was a message that she sent to the Ooni of Ife. The word hits the Ooni of Ife like a hammer. He sat alone in the private quarters as we are hearing, staring at the ancient symbols, okay, embroidered on, on his agbada, okay, symbols of truth, honor, and justice, okay, symbols that now mock him. For a long moment, he said nothing, only breathing heavily, feeling the weight of her word. This was not just any woman speaking. This is Queen Naomi, the love of Kabiyesi's life. And they said those words really pierced through the heart of the Ooni of Ife. You and I know what Queen Naomi means to the Ooni of Ife. If anybody would say those kind of words to him, he would never want it to come from Queen Naomi. But we do know that Queen Naomi is talking from the place of pain, and rightly so. What do they need to do again? What haven't they done? How come we only get to know the things that they are doing or the things that they have done? We don't get to see that justice is served. And so Queen Naomi, I think, has a right to say what she said, because she is saying, sorry, please, that if justice is not served, if Ooni of Ife prevent justice from being served, she will never step her foot into the palace of the Ooni of Ife. They said the same advisors who are always misleading him and giving him very wrong advice. They had advised him, Kabiyesi, it is not right to punish the Oloris harshly, okay? Yes, so that was what they said to him, and he, that Kabiyesi should let the sleeping dog lie. And they said he listened. He thought he could manage it quietly, and handle Queen Naomi privately, but they said this information got to Queen Naomi as soon as possible. And Queen Naomi is very, very upset with the Ooni of Ife that if Kabiyesi does not allow them face their punishment, that she is not returning into, as in she's not stepping her foot into the palace. Recently things have been really, really okay, such that from time to time she goes to the palace. She doesn't get to sleep there. She goes every time they call her or she's needed. She goes, like all her rituals and everything, she does them in the palace, and she doesn't wait to be reminded. Like right now, this is not even a good time for this to be happening, because I do know that the enemy is playing overtime. It's going to be the full moon ritual very soon, by God's grace, in the next couple of days, and they want to start their madness again. And people are advising Queen Naomi not to listen to them, to go ahead and do what she needs to do. They said, and Kabiyesi had reached out to Olori Naomi, trying to explain things that he is protecting himself, his own image. He's not protecting the Oloris that left to him. He would allow them do anything to the Oloris, but it's his own name and his royal stool that he is protecting. But as we are hearing, Queen Naomi was unmoved. She had seen too much, endured too much, and now it's not just about personal feelings, it's about justice. Justice for everything she suffered, for the mockery she had faced in silence, for the betrayal of the palace that once hailed her and the chosen, as the chosen queen. As we are hearing what is going on, Naomi maintained her stance. She said, you either let them pay for their atrocious behavior towards me, she warned again, or I will never, set my foot in the palace again. I will not even think about it. The elders were thrown into confusion. A queen threatening to boycott the palace was not just a family, issue. It is a spiritual and political crisis, and it isn't just any queen. Queen Naomi still carries the anointing, the spiritual covering that once alleviated the palace in the eyes of the Yoruba people. Her absence left a gap hole no festival or public appearance could hide. And so for her to be saying that, for these chiefs who already know how important her connection to the palace is, they started shivering and asking Kabiyesi what they were going to do. This is what we are hearing. They said that, Ooni of Ife spent sleepless night, okay? His heart yearned for Queen Naomi, for her calming presence, her prayers, her wisdom. None of the others could replace her. They played their part, yes, smiling at state functions, parading during festival, but they lack what Naomi carries. And that's the reason why Ooni of Ife will continue to go back to Naomi. But right now, as we are hearing what is going on, they said, Ooni of Ife is begging Naomi. A lot of people are also begging Naomi to show understanding, as Naomi is not ready to give in to anything. What Naomi wants justice, because they have been doing this. If justice has been served even once, maybe they won't continue behaving the way they are behaving towards her. This is what we are hearing. If the information is true, I'm going to bring you more updates. Do not forget, these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.